Since 1967, Tooth Acres Pet Care Center provided the finest indoor-outdoor boarding environment for your pet. We accept all breeds of dogs, and our newly remodeled cattery features spacious 9 square feet personal accommodations for your feline friends. For more information on pricing and availability, check us out at our website at www.toothacres.com.
Friday Night Glory, Dan Jaworski with Marcus defensive lineman Max Walstad. Max, you had a huge night, 3 sacks. Your first half, it seemed like you guys were out there the entire first half. How did you manage to endure that and then come out in the second half and just absolutely dominate Coppell's offensive line?
Well, we just have our D-line has a great bond together, and we just practice every day to get better and just keep making tackles.
So you get a big win tonight, probably not the way you guys planned it, but a big win nonetheless. A Flower Mound loss. You know, next week, by its nature, it's an emotional game because it's a rivalry game, but now it'll be even more because they need the win. What are you going to do to really get yourself prepared and make sure that you and your teammates are psyched up and ready to go next Friday night?
We'll just keep practicing hard and just day by day, just get ready for this game.
You got a 6-game winning streak now, and not to look too far forward, but you can probably smell playoffs. Sure. For a team that hasn't been in the postseason and hasn't had a winning streak like this in a long time. How does that feel?
It feels great. It's just this is a good team. This is just a different team. So, what do you think? What are you going to focus on in the next week to prepare for next week? We're just going to look at this team. We're just going to watch film and just work from it. How big was it on that overtime on that 4th down to get that incompletion? Oh, that was clutch. J-Rob, he's just amazing, and he's a wide receiver. We play him at cornerback sometimes, and he's been really working hard.
Well, congratulations on a huge win tonight and the momentum you've got going into next week. Good luck next week. We'll see you there.
Thank you.
Dan Jaworski, Friday Night Glory with Marcus running back Tyler Gainey. Tyler, you stepped in the absence of Tyson Edwards out with the ankle. You filled the void, you gave the offense that second phase so that you wouldn't have to be one-dimensional. It proved to be invaluable, especially in the overtime. Tell me what you did in the week to prepare for this kind of opportunity.
Just lots of learning. I was really unexpected to run the ball this much, but just lots of learning, just reps, and it turned out to work well.
So in the overtime, or even in the last drive of the 4th quarter and the overtime, hard running, putting your head down and hitting people, imposing your will on them. What does that do for you emotionally and physically down the stretch, when you're trying to win a game like that?
It fires me up. It just keeps my motor going, keeps me just wanting to get more and more.
So now, as you look forward, you got a business trip with Flower Mound coming up next week. They lost to Hebron tonight. Big game. They're going to be an angry team next Friday night. Are you expecting that you're going to get the call again?
I hope so. And if I am, I'll be blessed, and I'm going to love it. Love everyone.
So how does it feel now? 6-game winning streak. It's the longest winning streak Marcus has had in a few years. How does that feel for you?
Different. That's the word of the week. It's what we are. We're just a different team overall.
Well, congratulations on a big night for you personally and for the team. Good luck, stay healthy, and we'll see you next week in Flower Mound.
Thanks.
Night Glory, Dan Jaworski with Marcus offensive lineman Earl Martinez. Let's talk about that overtime drive.
Yeah, that was definitely something. We definitely had a little worry there, but we came out on top in the end.
So the running game in the first, I didn't get a snap count, but it seemed like y'all only had 12 or 15 snaps in the first half. You come out in the second half, a completely different team, imposed your will there in the 4th quarter and in the overtime drive. When you see Tyler Gainey running the ball the way he was, putting his head down and running people over, what does that do for the offensive line?
Yeah, that gives us life. That gives us hope. Seeing him run that ball is the best thing we see. Once he crossed that line and get in the end zone, it's the best thing we can see all night.
So you get the big win tonight. Probably not the way it was drawn up, but you get the win nonetheless. Flower Mound loses, so when you go into their place next week, that's going to be an angry football team you're going to have to deal with. What are you going to do this week to prepare for that? What's always an emotional game obviously will be much more emotional with them needing a win next week.
Yes, sir. Well, all we can do is practice hard during the week, get up in the mornings, practice our asses off, and just do what we can to win.
Well, congratulations on a big win. Good luck next week. Friday Night Glory, Dan Jaworski with Marcus head coach Kevin Atkinson. Coach, probably not the way you drew it up, but a big win nonetheless. Talk about it.
Yeah, it was a big win. I mean, I knew that Coach DeWitt would bring his defense ready to play. You know, you think about it, their backs were against the wall. I knew that they're gonna fight for their life, and they did. I mean, it was a hard fight battle. I can't say enough about how our defense really played, and they stole a possession from us on that onside kick, and you know, they did everything right, and we weathered the storm, and I'm really proud of those kids.
Weathering the storm is a good way to describe it. I didn't get a snap count on the first half, but it seemed like, I think 3 possessions, 15 plays is what I thought. So that means
normally we run 35.
Right. And that means your defense is out there an awful lot. But in the second half, they didn't seem like it tired them out at all. Talk about how they really bowed up, particularly in the fourth quarter.
Well, we want the fourth quarter to be our quarter, and if we can make it close in the fourth quarter, then we feel really good about our chances to win. I mean, this is a different team. I love these guys. They love each other, and they did an outstanding job tonight.
So we've talked about it a couple times this season. Speaking of different team, third year being the year, you've got 6 wins in a row now. That's the longest win streak this program's had in a while. You're not in the playoffs yet, but you can probably smell it from here.
Yeah.
Talk about that. The change in the culture that is obviously happening now.
Well, it's just a representation of our kids buying in what our coaches are selling. We're all selling the same product, and they're buying it up as fast as we can produce it, and that makes me happy. STCDA is our core values, and that's what we're running on right now. That's the foundation of our program, and they're doing a good job with that.
So you get Flower Mound next week. They lost a game to Hebron tonight, so next week is a must-win for them. It's always an emotional game, being a rivalry game. How do you prepare your team to meet the required emotion for a rivalry game, but now with their backs against the wall, them needing a win next week? How do you prepare for that?
Well, it's a rivalry game, so you just throw everything, throw the records out of the window. I mean, it's going to be us versus them. We get to go to their place this year, and we got some unfinished business.
And looking past that, I know coaches hate to look too far forward, but you got 2 business trips, Flower Mound and Louisville a couple of weeks later, and you get Irving MacArthur the week after next, and you're looking towards the playoffs. How do you keep your team focused on just next week and not looking too far forward?
Our mantra as all season has been just be 1-0. We want to be 1-0 each week, and we're going to enjoy this victory tonight and a little bit tomorrow. Then we're going to get on the next opponent, and I say opponent with our kids because we play faceless opponents, and we just want to improve where we need to and become a better football team.
Congratulations on a huge win. This is a character win, really kind of steels them up a little bit, and good luck next week.
All right, thanks.